Everyone, casual boxing fan, and I've just witnessed one of the biggest upsets I think I'll ever witness in my lifetime as a boxing fan. Andy Ruiz stops Anthony Joshua in the 7th round. I thought it would be the other way around. I won't lie, I got it wrong. I really did. I thought that Joshua would do better. I thought he'd be sharper. You know, I didn't think the pressure would get to him, but it seems like something obviously got to him. But there are no excuses in boxing. There are no ways out. You do what you got to do in the ring, no matter the cost, no matter what you have to sacrifice, no matter what you have to do. And Joshua didn't do that tonight. Someone told me on this channel, they've written my comments, they says, Ruiz is going to do it. I didn't believe him. I didn't think Ruiz had what it took. I didn't believe he had the skill. I guess I overestimated Joshua. I underestimated Ruiz. And I'm a man of my word, and I was wrong. You know, there's no two ways about it. I don't wish failure on anybody. I'm not going to tear apart Anthony Joshua or try take anything away from Ruiz's win, but wow. Ruiz, man, he really came for it. He was hungry. He got knocked down, and he didn't discourage him. He didn't get discouraged. He didn't lose any hope. He didn't lose sight of what he wanted. And he kept going forward, and you have to respect that. You have to understand in boxing that's a tough thing to do. And he grew. That knockdown helped him more than it hurt him, because he grew in the fight, and it gave him opportunities to hurt Joshua, who did things that I didn't think he would do. I thought Joshua was a more intelligent boxer. I thought that he would not exchange with Ruiz. I thought that was a terrible idea. I didn't think he would be as willing, dropping his lead hand, defense locked tight. He made so many errors in this fight. It was ridiculous, and Ruiz was pitch perfect. You know, and that's boxing. You don't come in pitch perfect. There's no excuses. Joshua will have no excuses. Joshua fans will have no excuses. I'll have no excuses. Ruiz was the better man tonight, and Ruiz showed that he deserves all the respect in the world. He is the IBF, WBA, WBO World Heavyweight Champion of the world, the first Mexican to do it, and congratulations to him and congratulations to all his fans. What a performance. The man deserves nothing but admiration and respect. He's been ridiculed and made fun of, and he's shown the world what you can do if you put your mind to it and you put your heart to it, and I got nothing but love and respect for that. Of course, as an Englishman, as a Britishman, I'm a bit disappointed what's happened to Anthony Joshua. I feel like we've been here before with Frank Bruno, Lennox Lewis. I feel like we've been this road before, and it seems like we've got a long way ahead of us with these situations happening. But this is boxing, man, and this is what I fucking love. So even though when all this crazy shit was happening, I was happy. I loved it. I enjoyed every minute of it. I can't deny it. I'm not upset in the slightest. Realistic. I'm upset a bit, but not too much, because I live for this. This is why I watch boxing. This is why I enjoy the sport. You never know what's going to happen. You know, I was so nervous watching it. I just felt there was an upset in the air, man. I swear to God, I just did. And I didn't want there to be, but there was. And it was Andy Ruiz, man. He was such a sharp counterpuncher. The way that, you know, knocked him down twice in the second round, I believe it was, after he had been knocked down by a left hook. You know, Joshua was too eager, got into an exchange, got knocked down twice. He would then knock him down, twice in the 7th. Again, the same thing. Joshua too eager, falling forward, get countered. And that's what happens in this sport, man. You get too eager, try to overreach, you're going to get hurt, you know. And that's what Ruiz did. He punished every mistake Joshua made. And, you know, I got to admit, I didn't think Joshua would feel as much pressure. I didn't think it, but he clearly was feeling the pressure, man. In the corner, he was asking, what am I doing wrong? What do I got to do? You know, he's being very talkative. And me personally, from what I've seen, I'm not a boxing expert by no means, but from what I've seen, that's not a good sign. You know, as a fighter, you know how to adjust and how to adapt. You know what you got to do. You should see it in the ring when what your opponents bring to the table. Joshua didn't. He didn't adjust to Ruiz. And Ruiz just adjusted to Joshua perfectly. Pitch perfect. You know, he knew what Joshua was going to do. He smelled it a mile away, and he didn't fall for none of it. Joshua was trying to walk Ruiz onto his punches, but Ruiz ended up walking Joshua onto his. And that's beautiful. That's a beautiful sport of boxing, man. It really is. Upset. Can't lie. You gotta love a good upset. Whether you're a British fan, a Mexican fan, an American fan, a Wilder fan, a Fury fan, a Joshua fan, you gotta love a big upset. You gotta love an underdog story. And this is why we watch the sport. You know? This is why you watch the sport of boxing, for stuff like this. You know, and there will be a rematch. But, you know, I'm not gonna lie. If there would be a rematch, I'd probably favour Ruiz again. Because there's sunk in that boy, man. There's some dog in him or something. Because you know what? Joshua couldn't phase him. You know, Joshua couldn't phase him. And the things that Joshua did against Povetkin and Takam, Ruiz was able to exploit them. And I knew he would exploit them. I knew he could exploit them. But I just didn't see Joshua making those mistakes. You know, I didn't see him falling for those errors. I thought you avoid. What I thought Joshua would do is exactly what Rob McCracken told him to do. Circle around the ring, 1-2. That's what I thought. That's the most obvious game plan. I think a novice boxing fan, a casual could see that's what you got to do. But Joshua just didn't do it. And Ruiz's game plan was simple. Apply a lot of front foot pressure, catch his shots, get your jab in every now and again, and look for those counter shots. And it worked beautifully. Hit the body when he could. He hit the body with some good shots. Those combinations were crisp. I've never seen Ruiz look this good. I've seen him against Lahokovic. I saw him against Torhammer. I saw him against Parker. I saw him against Dimitrenko. And he's never looked this sharp. Never. And no Ruiz fan can tell me he's ever looked this good. Because tonight he looked like he was on a different level. You know, this throws the heavyweight division up into turmoil. You know Tyson Fury's licking his lips. You know, that Wilder rematch may be on hold right now because Fury's licking his lips. He's licking them, I'll tell you that much. He smells blood in the water. Wilder probably smells blood in the water. All the sharks are going to smell blood in the water. All of them are going to be coming. All of them are going to be trying to get a piece of this cake now. Because, you know, boxing's a game for the sharks. And once they smell blood, they come for you. And Joshua, you know, humble guy, even in defeat. I don't know, man. Is the passion there? What was wrong with him? I don't really know, but a bit too humble for my likings. But this is the fight game, baby. And anything can happen. And, you know, I can't lie. The more I talk about it, the more I love it. The more I enjoyed it. You know, I thought it'd be a mismatch. It wasn't. It was a great fight. And that makes me happy, man. At the end of the day, whether you're a fan of a fighter, even if they lose and it's a great fight, you can't be upset, man. You've got to love it, man. Because this is the sport, man. And this is why I'm a fan of the sport. And this has got to be the biggest upset I've seen in my lifetime. So this is obviously something I'll probably tell my kids. So, you know, it's a beautiful thing. It really is. To be a part of it and to experience it. To experience history. You know, Mexican fighters have such a rich history in the sport. And to see Andy Ruiz become the first heavyweight champion, such a likable guy. You know, it's good, man. It's good to see it, man, you know. I can't deny it, man. It's good to see it, you know. I'm not really, you know, I was down a little bit at the end of the fight, but, you know, now talking about it and thinking about it, I'm happy, man. It was a good show. An exciting fight, and history was made. You know, this is what being a boxing fan is all about. Sometimes you're going to get things wrong. Sometimes you're going to get things right. Sometimes you're going to look like a fool. Sometimes you're going to look like a genius. You know, sometimes you put your faith in the wrong fighter, or sometimes a fighter shows you something else, you know. But one thing I will say is I hope this don't... I know there's a lot of boxing fans out there now that will take this opportunity to tear down Joshua and to do all these horrible things instead of giving credit to Ruiz. But I will say is this. Joshua was a great champion. Be a lot of great fighters. He deserves respect as a fighter and as a man. You know, he was humble in defeat just as he was in victory. To give the man his respect, don't need to tear down the man anymore. He's already lost. That's the worst he can get. As for Ruiz, don't discredit him for a great victory. Don't take nothing away from him. He beat the best Joshua he could beat. He beat the man in front of him. Give the man the respect he deserves. You know, I thought Joshua would win it in 8. Fuck, I got it wrong. It was Ruiz who won it in 8. So, sometimes we pick it wrong. You know, some guy told me that Ruiz would win it in 8. And I didn't think so. I was like, nah. Dismissed it a little bit. I always rated Ruiz, but shit, he done it. And that's what happens, man. That's the sport, man. Heavyweight division's in turmoil now. Everyone's going to be coming around like sharks. Everyone's going to see what's happening. But you know what? Adds excitement. Adds a whole lot of fun to it. And that's what we love, man. You got to love the heavyweight division right now, man. I ain't got no anger in my bones, no hate. So I'm not going to hate on any fighter. I'm not going to take the piss out of any fighter. But one thing I will say is this goes to show why you shouldn't really be so heavily a fan of one fighter. Because when that guy loses, you make yourself look like a fool. So that goes for them AJ fanboys out there that will say he deserves 50-50 or 60-40. Talking about them splits for Wilder. Whatever crazy shit, man. He done fucked up now because he lost. So I never involved myself with that bullshit. I was never one of them hardcore AJ fans. I like the guy and I was a fan of his, you know, being from Britain, he's from Britain. But I was a fan of Ruiz too. But they're going to be upset. I'm really upset, man, the more I talk about it. I'm happy, man. I kind of want to see what Ruiz is going to do next. Don't really want to see him against Joshua next. I'd rather see Joshua, you know, he needs some time out the ring to work on some things, I think, mentally and physically, personally. But, you know, I'm happy for the guy, man. It's crazy, man. It really is. This sport, man, you never know what can happen, man. That's why I love boxing, man. That's why I love this sport, because you just don't know what's going to happen, man. You can't see it coming. You know, we're thinking Fury, we're thinking like Wilder, Ortiz are locked on, man. Maybe Ortiz calls the upset. Who knows? You know, this is the shit, man. This is the shit that, like, reinvigorates boxing. It reinvigorates it. It gives some new life to it, because sometimes boxing gets a bit predictable. And then something like this comes out and just blows shit up. And this definitely blew shit up. But, you know, Joshua was a great champion. Nothing respect to him. Andy Ruiz is the new king. All hail the new king. Hopefully it's successful. Hopefully has some great fights. Hopefully he can take care of his family. And hopefully for us fans, it just means more great fights, more upsets, more drama, more wars in the ring, more wars of words, more crazy press conferences. Hopefully we get to see Fury, Joshua, and all that still. Wilder, Joshua. I still want to see them fights. I still want to see Ruiz, Wilder. You never know what's going to happen, man. Crazy shit, man. But congratulations to the new champ, Andy Ruiz, first in Mexican history. Gotta love that. Gotta respect it. Obviously, condolences to the former champion. He came up short, but he'll be back. And you know what? What a great night to be a boxing fan. What a fantastic night. Don't always fall the way you call it. But shit, you gotta enjoy even when it goes wrong, I guess. Thank you for listening. This has been the Casual Boxing Fan.